day. Again, we it's so much sports in like a 2-week span that it just seems like if you blink, you miss something. And because we try to catch everything that's funny, because I think there's a lot of stuff out there that's funny. One of the funny things that we missed, and we didn't just miss it once, we missed it like 2 weeks in a row. We missed the fact that Roy Jones Jr. said, you know what, this whole fight with Mike Tyson, maybe, just maybe, I need to think about this. And again, when we said this a month ago, we was wondering, questioning, are you looking at the same videos we looking at?
Like, why would anybody want that for themselves? I don't, it just seems painful.
I am of the belief that he is either a divorced, single, or the woman that he's with don't give a shit about him.
I know if my man said that he wanted to fight Mike Tyson, that would definitely be a discussion. That would be look. I want you to live a long life, and I want you not to have brain damage. I want you to flourish. I don't see that happening after being attacked by Mike.
Just at 50, I'm like, at 51, you just wake up one day and be like, I'm gonna fight Mike Tyson. Listen, I am a brisk 47.
I don't want to fight Mike Tyson at 70.
It's gonna be worse.
Like Mike can sneak you and take you off your feet. Look, you don't. There's a lot of power behind them punches.
You know what? We asking. You know what? We looking at everything the wrong way. We looking at. You know why we looking at it the wrong way? We need to check and see if he got any new life insurance policies over the last month. That's what we really need to check.
You know what? That's an angle. That's an angle right there.
We need to check that because I feel like we've been looking at it all wrong.
Is he depressed?
So okay, so I've been a programmer for most of my life, and recently, my employment ended with a company that I was working for, and for like 72 hours
after that happened, did you feel
for 72 hours I was just like, what am I gonna do with myself?
Like Tyson?
So, no, Mike. You know what, Mike Tyson fighting?
They never crossed your mind.
No, this never came up. I was, I think, what, life is not so bad that we can't figure something out. Like, I guess it can't box no more, so you know what, I'll figure something out. Because, when you're unemployed, you just figure something out. And, wow, Mike, just look like...
Go back to school. Like, till you look, there's a lot of things between doing nothing and fighting Mike Tyson. You can explore a lot of different avenues.
Sell water on the corner is even better than fighting Mike Tyson.
Water, newspapers, bean pies. Look, take your pick.
But hey, I mean, if you feel like you want to go to sleep, because Mike gonna make you go night. But again, they had a discussion on the exhibition, and they were not going to try and knock each other out. I understand the sport of boxing.
I don't think Mike got that memo, because Mike looked like he training for his life. Like, this is redemption.
You know what? But it's okay, because...
No, it's not.
But Shannon Briggs said, you know what? Roy Jones, if you don't want to fight Mike Tyson, I'll fight Mike Tyson again. Shannon Briggs, he not one of them dudes that's like safety first. He one of them dudes that like, I'm going to run and make sure ain't nobody in that burning building. And the fire department told him we didn't got everybody that. No, I need to make sure y'all get y'all job. Let me go check.
Sweet. You know what? We lose people like that. I'm just saying, they die young.
And Shannon is in his 50s, if I'm not mistaken, like 48 in his 50s. Like we talking about, listen, I got gray hair on my chin, so I can say this. We talking about a bunch of old men talking about putting their hands on each other. Just think about that for a second. I got all these babies, these
what are the grandchildren saying about this? Like, Granddad, you said not to put my hands on people, and you finna fight.
But the grandchildren probably still like seeing Granddad knock somebody out in church and was like, Granddad still got it. So they're not really processing They from a generation, they not seeing Mike Tyson knock somebody out in 32 seconds. They haven't seen
when your granddaddy tell you, look, I'm going back in the ring. I got to fight.
My granddaddy crazy.
Like, where is grandma? Does grandma let you fight?
Granddaddy outside here, the heavy bag. What's going on?
Because usually this is where women come along and go, babe, this is not a good idea. Grandma's in there making greens, putting some beans on, and going, look, you just need to go ahead. We've left that phase of things. So you about to get groupies back, come in, and just we're not gonna do it again.
Mike says he's in a good place mentally. He's in a good space spiritually.
Okay,
but I seen that workout video. That is not God is like, if you know what, I'm just, if God inspired you to hit a punch of bag 32 times in a minute, you and God need to have another conversation.
You got a lot of energy. There's a lot of things that's pent up there there's some things you're working out there. There's things you're trying to prove. There's some things you're working out. And I'm all for, being physically fit. This is not being physically fit. This is training to hurt somebody.
And I am the first one to admit I have been through trials and tribulations where I had some beef with God. But it ain't never made me say I want to go fight Mike Tyson or Roy Jones. It's just for me I have to assume that they're regular men just like me, Marlon, and Theo. And so for me to get into the headspace where I got to fight somebody, you done said something about my child.
I'm like, is there a threat? It's like, do I have to fight?
Yeah, it's like.
Like I'm about running. Is something chasing me? Like.
Yeah, which again leads back to there's no way Mike Tyson ain't trying to knock this man out. Because if I'm in the position where I'm going to have to fight somebody, I'm not fighting to like tap. I'm trying to knock their head off and end the fight. Like, I don't want me to get hurt.
I'm not training like that to tap. That's not a tap train.
Exactly.
You training like somebody gonna drop him off in 1980 and he had to fight his way back.
Mike is a firm 225 with hands of steel. No, Shannon, y'all, you know what? If it was me, Roy, if you was me, I would talk all the noise to the night of the fight to make sure I got my check. Get in the ring.
Take a dive.
I'm gonna trip and go to sleep.
There you go.
I'm just saying.
I think I'm gonna trace Mike's hand as it's coming towards me and fall before it actually connects with me.
Oh yeah, no.
Don't let it connect. Your job is to be faster than that hand connecting with you.
Richard Pryor had a very famous skit where he talked about how a boxer was in the ring, and if he was that boxer that got knocked out, and the fans went, "Get up, get up," Richard said, "Fuck you." That's how I got down here in the first fucking place.
Well, y'all don't care about me.
No way. But it's okay though. It's okay. This is all a part of Mike Tyson's rollout. Because Mike got a biopic coming. And with a biopic, people always got promotion. Beef. I'm just saying. People always got beef with a biopic.
Mike's people are smart. I see what they're doing.
Listen, Mike, if you've never seen Mike Tyson's Hour special on HBO, you got to look it up. It is amazing. Absolutely amazing. He is hilarious. Just in his raw form and the stories that he tells, he's amazing. Go ahead.
I said, I'm still not going to get over the fact when he said that he went into the ladies' restroom with some chick and filleted her. And I'm like, and then I know what he was trying to say. There were a couple words that did.
Get up, man, because
I wanted him to get the words right. I'm like, you didn't have to use that word if you.
Mike,
I think you were trying to say fellatio, but then it went left, and then even fellatio would be wrong because she's a girl, so it would have been kind of lingering. It's just
let Mike be great. Let Mike be great. Mike is a national treasure.
I've not been able to let that go ever since he said, Mike, Mike.
You know what? You know what? You're being ludicrous right now.
You know what? He was trying to be fancy and it went wrong.
But it's
And then
okay.
he told the story about when he got burnt. And I'm just like, he was telling stories like the drunk uncle. And your mom was like, wait, who watching the kids? And they go, oh Lord, he didn't got drunk. It's Christmas time. He telling crazy stories to the kids.
So here's the question: since you bring that up, there had to be some rehearsals, and if I'm not mistaken, there were shows in New York where people were coming multiple times to see him perform this.
Oh, I can see, because you're gonna tell somebody, and you go, oh, we got to go back.
It's just like how your wife at the time was looking at you retell these stories like, is this the dude? Nah, that can't be the dude I'm married.
She goes, that's my man over there. Women do that. Women they just look and go, you know what? Because there's a side of him that y'all don't see. There's a lot of him that y'all don't see. He's sweet, he mean well, but this right here is just stupid. And I'm just gonna look at him like, this is stupid.
He got to be the dude that bring breakfast in bed. Because them stories could end the marriage. Just
and trust, during pillow talk, they've had talks and he's brought up stuff and told her stories and she looked like, you what?
So
gotta love him.
Since we talk about Mike's life, Robin Given is suing on the biopic because, you know, her name and likeness and whatever. She's a public figure. She's probably going to get some money, but I don't think she's going to be able to stop the biopic. You gave a Nightline interview for the world to see. They don't even have to have you in or somebody that look like you in it. They can just roll the tape.
There's too much information out there. Like, for example, like you said with Dan, when she was saying that sometimes Mike gets so upset and she's afraid of him and whatnot. There's that interview. Then you have, you know, things that allegedly that, you know, that her mom got venereal disease from a baseball player. So, you know, there's I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's out there. It's like trying to close the gate after every animal in the farm has gotten out, or the zoo. It's just you can't close that gate at this point. And I understand that, you know, that her PR people have crafted this new image for her where she's now a mature actress, she's a mom, and trying to distance herself from the image of her being the gold digger that hurt Mike back in the day. Because it took a long time to kind of move away from that. And so she's like, I don't want to step back into that and have to deal with that. But just, I mean, the bigger thing is just like, look, I was in my 20s, that's in the past, we all grow, Mike's cool, I'm cool with Mike, Mike's cool with me, and move on.
So, and again, you know, my best wishes to Robin. She still look good, but
she does. Her cute is holding.
Yeah, I'm to her grandchildren. I will date your grandma. I'm just saying. I'm gonna put that out there. That's, you know, Vanessa Williams too. Like, yeah, I date your grandma. Anyway,